Good stuff. All right. When two people fall in love and decide to get married, where they are going to live together becomes the top priority. This is for sure. Real estate expert Linda Kraft is here to tell us about putting all the pieces together for his, hers, and soon to be ours. Welcome, Linda. All right. So his, hers, and ours sounds like it could be a very complex move, is it?
It really is. I mean, unless they're both renting, which, then you only have to time when does the lease end, can you sublease it, is there a cancellation fee if you cancel the lease early. So we highly recommend a consultation, and if you're both renting, be sure and bring your lease with you so we can check that out.
Okay, cool. And then what advice would you give a future bride and groom if they both own a home? That happens sometimes.
That's where it gets really complicated, and so you definitely need a consultation because there are so many pieces to put together. So the advice I would give is simple. Ladies, the moment you get that engagement ring, call me. We need to sit down because there's so much stress, right, for brides. They've got so much going on. The last thing you want is this to be an additional stress.
An additional issue, yeah, for sure. Okay, so a groom needs the right threshold to carry his bride over, so perhaps this couple needs to know more than other home sellers, right?
Absolutely. So every seller wants to know basically 5 things. What do I need to do to get my house ready to sell? How much can you sell it for? What am I going to net? How long it's going to take? And what are you going to do to market my home to make sure all that happens? But when you have a transaction where you have 2 properties that you need to sell to get the most money out of so you can get your new life started together, plus the purchase, there are 10 additional things that you really need to know. And so we have actually created a page, lindacraft.com/marriage, where they can go see all 10 of those things right now.
Okay, so let's just touch on some of the questions and answers. I know there's 10, but that the bride and groom need to know before they actually start selling and buying their new marital home.
All right, so they're starting a new life together as husband and wife. A lot of people want to have investment property for their future real estate portfolio, so it may be that we don't want to sell those houses at all. This may be a good time to actually think about keeping those homes, letting someone else rent them and pay your mortgage so that later on you have nice cash flow for retirement. So if that was something that would be of interest, and it is for some people, they're really excited about the thought, we would sit down and talk with them about what it's like to be a landlord, the cash flow, what it could rent for, future expenses, and could you qualify for a mortgage if you did that. The other big one is, do we go all in or one at a time? Meaning, do we put both houses on the market at the same time and just see what happens, or do we sell one and then do the other? So if that's the plan, then we need to consider, if your house sells, where are you going to go?
Right.
You can't move all your stuff into his, right? Because
right,
it's
no, that's not going to work.
So we're talking about storage costs and some plans for how to do all of that.
And that organizes it. Wow. So sounds like a lot of decisions, of course, are focused on how to get free of the 2 homes that they no longer want, but when does the new home, I guess, come into play?
That's very good. That's what's most important. That's what they're all excited about. So we actually do that in the consultation as well. One of the things that we'll do is get a needs assessment. What are you both looking for in a home, and start to help them build that search. The other piece that's really important is that we would refer them to a mortgage lender that we know can close on time. There's a lot of lenders that miss closing dates. There would be nothing worse than to have all these houses timed for close. You need to move and get settled, and all of a sudden your loan is not ready to go, and you're putting everything into storage, or you're spending the night in hotels for day after day waiting for that mortgage. So we absolutely have to close that on time. There's just too many dominoes that have to fall.
Oh my gosh. Well, I feel like now I'm nervous. I'm like, I'm going to have to get married someday, and this is making me crazy. I've got to make sure I don't have a home and that he doesn't have a home. We can do it.
Don't get nervous. It's okay. We can do it.
No reason to be nervous as long as you got Linda Kraft in your back pocket. That is awesome. Okay, so thank you so much for being here with us. And if you or someone you know is getting married, you don't know what you don't know. So tell them to go to lindacraft.com/marriage and learn how to put all the pieces together for his, hers, and ours. Or you can simply call Linda Kraft and team today to schedule a free consultation.